Perfect. All right. Welcome everybody to How to Grow and Maintain Your Referral Networks. I'm thinking that is the title. I think we tried to change the title a few times. So, anyways, you're in the right place if you want to know how to use the referrals applet, especially because now we're getting closer to family reunion. FYI, family reunion is going to have a lot of Christmas presents for you guys. So it's like Christmas again, and again at Mega Camp, and again at actual Christmas. So stay tuned. But I just want to introduce myself. My name is Alex Sabu. I am part of the enablement team. What that means is we actually work with a lot of agents, teams, and solo agents to get them to use and leverage Command for their business. And I have with me my lovely team lead. Talia, I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Talia. Like Alex said, I'm a lead on our enablement team here at KWI. And I'm really looking forward to doing this session with y'all. We've hosted a couple so far. Just note that this will be an interactive session. We will be asking for you to go into Command, and we will be asking for you to share your details so that we can get some referral invitations going back and forth on this session. So just keep an eye out for that. Be prepared to get on your computer and type in some contact details.
Talia calls it activities, I call it pop quiz, but that's semantics there.
We've got both.
Got both. But I see one of my trainers, Alicia. I see you over there. Thanks for joining. All right, so that's always good when I see somebody else from one of my sessions here. So let's talk about why do you want to use a referral, right? And two words: passive income. And I would just leave it there. But essentially, when you have a referral, like for example, I'm an agent in Texas, Talia's an agent in California. I'm like, and as you know, a lot of Californians are moving to Texas apparently, right? So Talia's like, okay, well, all these people are leaving. I want to leverage this. It's like, Alex, I actually have, like 5 people coming down there. Like, I'll refer them to you. And it's a win-win. That's what KW is all about. Like, she gets a little bit of a referral fee. I get business happening in Texas, and we all win. So that's the basic strategy with KWRI and everything that we do, especially with the referral applet. So with that being said, let's actually share my screen and go into this applet. So give me a thumbs up or a head nod when you see my Command homepage. Hopefully I see a thumbs up. Thank you, appreciate that. All right, now we are going to jump into our applet. So on the left, we have a lot of icons here. So if you want to ever know what this icon stands for, just click on that KW sign on the top left, and you can just hit that referrals applet. That's the 5th one from the top. And let's go see what this looks like. And I probably didn't click it correctly. There it is. Let's go see what it looks like now. All right, so we're actually entering, when we click into the applet, the dashboard, right? And you can see in my referral network, I have a few people here. Very few, but 5 people, but this is perfect. Even I can go add someone from my team on my referral network, but it's kind of a breakdown here of, dashboard, my referral map, my network, of course, referrals overview of pending invites, referrals, received, sent. Again, we're going to be touching base on all of this. But what I want to point out before you get started on anything here with referrals, it's kind of like our Command sessions. We talk about one key thing we do if you want to set yourself up for success, which is in Command, we call it a marketing profile. For referrals, we call it the connect profile, right? So you don't go to the same place in settings. You actually want to click on your name on the top right. So in my case, Alex Sabu, I click on profile here, and it's going to take me into the connect section over here. Now, quick side note, the referrals applet, in a sense, the function has been with KW longer than Command has, longer than me and Talia have been at KW. So this has just gotten a little bit of an upgrade, not a little bit, a serious upgrade to work with Command and have that funnel into when you get received referrals, it comes into opportunities, etc. So as you can see, this is my profile, not too shabby, I would say, but it has, my roles. This I set up like so long ago, Talia, but it has my quit, email, primary phone number, and along with a couple of links to my social profiles and the service areas that I have, right? So if I want to edit this, on the very right is this edit profile button. I'm going to click on that. It's going to open up this little window for me. So, my name and quit, that's all given. Make sure you have your email there, a primary phone, mobile phone. So if you have multiple service areas, like some agents do, you can add a couple of service areas here. So I have 2 areas here, Austin, Texas, and Rockland, California. One thing I would highly recommend is put a little bio about yourself, a little bit about who you are, what business you run, what's your specialty, whatever, someone can come view that. And this referrals profile, if you say the connect profile, that's internal facing. That's really towards your fellow KW associates. So this is where you want to make sure you shine, and they're like, okay, I want to connect with this guy. So clearly I have nothing here, so most people don't want to connect with me right now. So hence you want to make sure you put the bio in. I'm sure if I put some more bio in there, I have more of my teammates connecting with me. Of course, you have a lot of social media URLs here, right? Simple as copy paste the profile. So I went to my Facebook page, copy that URL, paste it here. So again, LinkedIn, Instagram, Google Plus. I think that's going to go away, but YouTube URL, all of that over here, right? So this is perfect to grow even your subscriber to your YouTube channel if you have that. Again, I want to make sure I'm opted in for my referral network so people can see me. If I don't have that toggled on, kind of defeating the purpose of the session here. Of course, if you want to show on your profile page, the closed units, listing sold units, buy, sales, closed units. I have none of those, so I've toggled all of that off because it's going to be just zeros. But for you guys, this is good information that to have present outward. Talia?
Yeah, something just to note in this part is if you are new to KW and you have past production, or you were at KW, left KW, and now you're back at KW, just keep in mind what these numbers will show if you do show them on your profile page, because it will show you your time with KW from your new start date, and it will only show you your closed units for when you were at KW. So if you were a newer agent to KW, but you had past production, you may want to toggle that off and just make sure those details are included in your bio, just so that you're giving other agents a more accurate view of what your actual production has been. You could toggle it on and see what that number is just to make sure that it's correct. Just keep in mind that this is agent facing. So this is what other agents are going to see when they click on your profile within that referrals application. And this is going to be your first piece of homework going up to family reunion. So over the course of this hour, we're going to give you 3 things that we want you to prepare going into family reunion to get you prepared to send, receive, and stay in relationship with your referral partners that you're going to meet. This is the first piece. Make sure that your profile is up to date and looking really nice and solid and pretty.
Perfect. Thank you, Talia. One additional thing I forgot to mention, guys, if you do have questions, and I already see it happening, please put it in the chat. Myself or Talia will definitely moderate it. And at the end of the session, of course, cover anything that we haven't covered. So I just saw like a few chats popping in there, so you guys know the drill. So that's actually great, but just a quick reminder about that. So perfect. So we talked about our profile, your action item for the session and after, right? We're preparing for family reunion. Now let's jump back into command. I'm going to click on the command side there. Let's go back into our referrals applet. All right, so let's go into our applet here. Now, sorry, it's taking a minute to load up here. Now, good, your profile is set. I'm good to go, Alex. What do I do next? What do you want to do next? Let's check up on the top here. Now, we are going to talk about how to add each other into your referral network here itself. So just be ready when I say to put in the chat your email, your full name, your email, market center, where you're located. So that's going to be useful. But what I'm going to do first is going to show you the map section here. That's going to be very critical to find the right person you want to work with together for your referral network. So I'm going to hit my map here. Now, under my map, you're going to see, again, United States here. This is actually, referrals doesn't only stay in the US. It goes beyond Canada, Dubai, Ireland. I don't know the countries. Honestly, there's probably a lot. But I can see like, some referral patterns coming from like going out into the sea here. And what I mean by that is now you have this map here. Again, you have a little results view on the right here. First thing I want to show is if you have a referral network, I can just select this drop down here that says production and select my network. And right now it's only going to show me one person here on my map. That's my referral here, Savannah. So from here, if I have multiple people, like, maybe someone in New York or California, or Oregon, you're going to see them as a little pin drop across the country, right? So if Talia was in California, like you would see her little icon there, and then I can, see like, okay, I need to connect with Talia because I'm like, hey, buddy, it's been a while. Like, do you know anyone moving here? Or in one scenario, you have someone moving from Texas to California. It's a great time to connect. Now, the fun part comes in is finding the person you want to connect with. And that's when you want to go into production. Now, there is market center referral patterns. Of course, we'll touch base on that. But production is when you have a little bit more of a breakdown. Now, I'm going to search for gonna pick Austin here, Austin, Texas. Now it's gonna get me a little bit closer into the city view here. It's gonna show me all these numbers, all the Keller Williams agents production numbers around the area here. So let's go a little bit, dig deeper. And I'm gonna go into this little city here called Manor. Give it a minute to load up here. Perfect. As you can see on the right side, as I'm actually going in a little closer into a specific area, on the right side is going to show me results of agents that are producing in that area, if you will. So you can see now it's taking just a minute to load up. But on the right side, this is actually being sorted randomly. All right. So some agents are like, oh, how do these people come up? I'm like, you can sort randomly, of course. If you see the sort random, you can sort by first name, A to Z, Z to A, last name, same thing, closed units, listings sold, etc. Right. So you can see as I keep going in a little bit deeper into the map here, and it's being a little slow for me, it's going to go more and more into, okay, people that actually are producing in that area. So if I'm like zoomed out further, you're going to see this results number being like, like a larger number, like 900 or 1,000. But if I'm going in more, it's going to be a few hundred, a couple hundred people. Now, as you see on the right side, I see Cody K, and give it a second to load up here.
And you really want to be using this view when you're looking to send a referral. So when you want to find an agent in this area, say you haven't made a referral partner in that Manor area, and you're just looking for someone who may be interested in the referral that you got that is in that area, this is going to be one of the ways that you can find that person. Because now you're looking at all of the experts in that area because they have all either bought or sold a property in that particular area. Every green dot that you're seeing there is a unit that was bought or sold. So they're either on the sell or the buy side of the transaction. So by looking at this list that all these people are experts in that area. You could send that referral to any one of these people or reach out to any one of these people with that referral opportunity.
Perfect. Thank you, Talia. Now, one thing I wanted you guys to note, and so if I hover over Nancy here, right, you can see that one of the green dots become red. So lets me know that's something that she was in, like she was the one either the seller or the buyer side. Same thing if I go with Joe, I don't think it's right over here on the red dot there. So it's going to highlight the person along with the correlating dot there. So you can really know like, hey, this is the person that did that. And again, on the right side, I can click on the little drop down next to Nancy's profile picture, and it's going to give me a little bit more information about her, the closed units in the area, listing sold, etc. Same thing with Joe. Again, this is all being inputted from our profile, right? So it's being funneled in from KW, so you can see a lot more information. Now, we also have a team here, Peter. So if I click on Peter, that Sider Hernandez team, it's going to actually even show me if they had team members, they will show me the team members associated with Peter right here as well. Now comes the fun part. If I decide I want to work with Joe, it's as simple as me hitting that little add icon there with the person. And I can just type in, hey, Joe, I would love to connect, maybe personalize the message a little bit, right? So they're like, who's this random person out of nowhere adding me? But also, if I want to send them a referral here, and we are going to go over that as well, it's this little icon that has a little box and an arrow shooting up to send him a referral. Again, we are going to be going over that part. But this is kind of the overview of finding a person that you want to like connect with to the map, to the production numbers. Now, that's not all you can do over here, right? They're like, okay, Alex, great. This is production numbers, kind of cool. What else you got, kind of thing. And what else I got here is in the dropdown, you're going to see referral patterns. This is actually really cool because when I hit referral patterns, again, it's going to take me back to the map view. I want to put in, let's just do Dallas, for example. Now it's going to show me migration patterns. Where are my referrals going from Dallas to outside, right? That's how it always starts off. So if you see, I selected referral patterns, it shows me these are the sent referrals from KW, from agents across Dallas, sending out referrals to either like somewhere in Colorado, somewhere else in Texas, and New Mexico, etc. Right? And I can reverse that by hitting the received referrals, and it's going to change the map again here. It's going to show me, okay, where are the referrals coming in from? Now you can see that completely changed. Like not a lot of people moving from Dallas outside too far, but a lot of people, like you can see this one line going way out. I think it's going to like Alaska, maybe. I think that's Anchorage, Alaska, that far. So you can learn the migration pattern. So then you can find, okay, where do I want to connect with? In which state, which agent, which area, right? So I can see this quite a bit on the right side. Lets me know that a lot of the transactions referrals are coming from Tucson to Dallas. And then 8% is like, Anchorage, Alaska to Dallas, etc. So you can choose, maybe I'm like, okay, I need to really connect with, I know someone in Tucson, someone in Phoenix, maybe I can talk to them and see, hey, do you know anybody in Tucson, Arizona, right? So this is kind of leverage for you to learn, okay, who do I actually want to strategically connect with to really build up my referral network? Perfect. Talia, do you want to add any
Into our
questions?
second piece of homework for you all going into family reunion. I want you all to identify 3 cities where you want to grow your referral network, because at family reunion, you're going to be interacting with a whole bunch of agents in a whole bunch of cities. And I really want you all to really be intentional about who you are going to be adding to your referral network and who you're going to be reaching out to and seeking out. So utilize referral patterns to find a city. Utilize even your My Network map. Make sure that you have a referral partner in each one of the cities where you have a family member or a friend living. So if I have a friend that I know and adore in California, and I don't see someone on this map in California, I want to make sure that I have a referral agent in California so that when my best friend wants to buy or sell a home, I have someone I can refer that person to. So utilize this map to really identify the areas that you can grow your referral network. Choose 3 cities to focus on. And then at family reunion, be prepared to reach out to the presenters, the comments section, or the referrals section within family reunion to say, hey, I'm looking to grow my network in this particular area for this particular reason. Let's connect. And then you can start that conversation from there. So that's homework piece number 2.
Perfect. And
One is profile.
Yeah, perfect. No, and that's important, right? Like, where the data is all there for you guys. So you guys have no excuse, in my opinion. Like, it's right there in front of you. I'm like, cool, better get to work. And the other thing is, not only this is, we're talking about referrals, right? But how does it work with the rest of command? Okay, if I know that when I went back to the map, right, I have a bunch of people coming from Los Angeles to Dallas. Maybe when I create campaigns, I can target spaces in Los Angeles, right? Move to Dallas right now. It's way cheaper than LA. That's not much of that's an easy sale, but I'm giving an easy example right there. So look at that and maybe even leverage campaigns to your advantage there, right? Oh, perfect. I can target some other areas. So that's another way to leverage the system for your benefit there. Mm-hmm. Now comes the fun part about adding someone. How do I do that? Let's go back to our dashboard real quick. Because over here we have a lovely search bar, and give it a moment to show my referral network of 5 people. But I can go ahead, I can search if I know the person. For example, I already have Jessica. I already have our team members here, so this is not fun. But if I were to go and type in someone else, let's just say Alex. There's always a bunch of Alexes across the country, And this is where it's important that you have your name and the city or the area, so we can distinguish who the person is. So I don't know why it's showing me Aaron's here, but I can see Aaron Atwood is outside of my network, right? Already shows me my in-network person, but I can find out and I can hit that plus icon. I'm not going to do that right now. I don't want to add Agnes and surprising her. But this is where I would go ahead, customize that, tailor that message out a little bit for them to see, to receive that referral network invite. Right, and you can see I already have a couple here pending invites. So if I click on here, you can see that Emily has sent me a invite here, so I can hit accept. And I did send it to Justice not too long ago before our session, like just to show you guys what this looks like. This is where you can manage and see, what pending invitations you have, who has accepted it, who you need to accept from, etc. So that's kind of the view. And now with the dashboard, right, this is where you kind of have that entire overview of people here that you have in your network. So now I have Emily, so I have 6 people now. Yay. And what I can do here is you can star a couple of people. So I already have Talia and Haley here. They're my preferred referral partners here. And I don't want to take too much away from Talia's section over here, but this is how you leverage the system to an extent to know who you want to reach out to and kind of how to start reaching out to them, right? You search for them in the search bar and you go on ahead and find them and add them to your referral network. Talia, I think it's time for our activity. I've talked more than enough for now. So guys, I think in the chat, let's put in a couple of pieces of information, right? So our full name and our location. Talia, I don't think I'm missing anything else on that part. So let's put our full name. So it'll be like Alex Sabu, Austin, Texas, you know.
So what we're going to do now is you all are going to practice adding in referral partners by adding in the people in this session here today, because this is what you're going to want to do at family reunion as well, is you're going to want to identify the name of the person, where they are, and then go on in here, type in their name and find that person. The chat will be provided to y'all along with the recording. So really focus on adding a couple people for right now. If you miss anyone, you'll get that chat file along with your recording and can add everyone else. If you prefer that I remove your name from that file, just let me know ahead of time so I can make sure when we send that out that I remove your information. But like Alex was saying, go ahead, type on in a name. We've got a few coming on in here. Choose, let's say 3 people for right now. Type in their name, city, and state. And see if you can add them into your referral network. And then once you've done that, I'm actually going to add in a poll. I'm going to use this poll to identify how many of you are complete with this task. So complete this poll after you've added in at least 3 people from the chat. I'm going to go ahead and just launch that poll now. And the poll is multiple choice.
Perfect.
It's like more than one.
Oh, I can't select it because I'm a host. I was like, oh, I want to click on it because it'll work. But perfect. I think we have 20 people in here, 19 people in here, and I see it coming in. So should be fairly quick. 3 people there. Nice. Well, all right. Can you add someone to select dashboard by searching their name, production review, marketing review?
Is there a way to accept all pending invites? That's a very good question. I don't think there is. There is. You got.
Oh, they had one of each side. I don't think I saw that option.
Yeah.
Although that's going to be busy after family reunion. If you guys do the homework, you're going to have a lot of invites to go through and add. But I think we want to be intentional. Make sure you want to really connect with this person, right? So that's good. Perfect. Let me see if I can find Anna, just to test it out for myself. Maybe oh, Washington DC, perfect, right? So it pops up right there. I want to go Lori.
I see 4 of you have completed the poll. So we'll give you a few more minutes.
Yeah, we can give everyone another like a minute or 2. Bryant, Austin, Texas. Perfect. I was hoping I can find someone in that referral production that had the name from Austin, but no luck because of the random order. But one day, I tried Jeremy, kind of. Perfect. Let's go. All right, we're getting good numbers coming in now. Very good.
Yeah, I made this one a little tricky. So it's okay if you're not
sure. I know.
The answers.
Okay, Talia, this is a little different. Let's see. Yes, perfect. So I think we had someone just join us, but as always, this is being recorded for you guys, so have no worries. You're not going to forget everything, and if you do, you have the recording to lean back on. And if you do the activity, the homework items, you won't need the recording because you already know what to do. So that's why we're enabling you guys, hence the enablement team, to leverage the system at a much faster and better rate. So let's go. All right, so we got just a few more people, just a couple more people.
Yeah, we're at about 61% now.
Perfect. Go. Nice. Perfect. That command isn't working for me, but I jotted down a few names to add after I reboot. Okay, Bridget, thanks for letting us know. Hopefully, try incognito window. That's always our go-to quick fixer. and then that should help. But yeah, reboot it, see what happens. Yeah, usually want to be using a Chrome browser in incognito mode. That's our preferred way of using command. Yes, I did say incognito.
Yeah. And
So,
that's really just because we're updating command so often. If the issue you're experiencing is related to the cache or cookies within command, using an incognito browser is the easy way to see if that's what's going on. And if it is working in an incognito browser, then all you have to do is just clear your cache and cookies in Chrome, and it should resolve the issue as a whole, and you wouldn't need to worry about using the incognito browser.
I feel like I always started using incognito browser, so there's no other way from me. I'm like, it's like my rule, incognito window, But yeah, it gives you definitely, and Talia said, like, because we're making updates, right? Especially because of family reunion, guys, there are like a lot of crazy stuff coming out, So that's why we're like, you guys might want to like have this referral thing ready to go. So when that rolls out. All right, Talia, I think we got 88%. That's a B plus. I'm happy with a B plus.
Polling, and I will go ahead and share results with you also. Just to review, the question was, where can you add someone to your referral network? Select all that applies. So the first one, the dashboard by searching their name in the search box. That is probably the main way you're going to be adding people to your referral network. That one is absolutely correct. And that's going to be your go-to way of adding to your referral network, just when you're at family reunion or you receive someone's name, city, and state, and you want to add them to your network. The map production view is also correct. You can add people to your referral network by looking at that map production view. And just as a refresher, that production view will show you the agents who have either been on the buy or sell side of a transaction in the last 12 months. It'll show you the agents on the right-hand side of the screen over here that Alex is showing. And you can actually add in a referral partner directly from that view over there. And because Houston is so large, Alex will need to zoom in a little bit more.
I know.
So if you ever see that, it's just because you need to zoom in so that it can give you a more condensed list of the agents. There we go. And this is where you can either add an agent to your network or send a referral directly. So the production view is also correct. The map market center view is also correct. You can add agents from that market center view. This would be one of the best ways to say, if you're looking to just add an agent in one market center, or you're looking for maybe one of the top producing agents in a particular market center, you can actually find that specific market center, look at all the agents that are in that market center, and add them from that same way on the right-hand side in that column. The last two options here are actually incorrect. The My Network view, you cannot add in referral partners just because the My Network view shows you all of your referral partners anyway. So that's just showing you your existing referral partners that you've got in the referrals applet. It's going to show you everyone that's on this list here. And then the Map Referral Patterns view doesn't actually show you a list of agents in the right-hand side of the screen over here. The Referral Patterns view instead will show you a list of cities on the right-hand side. So you can't actually add in agents to your network from this view. You would instead want to go to either the production, market center, or the dashboard view. Do you have any questions on that, where to add in referral partners? If there's time, can you review the referral patterns again? If you are seeing that error, that's a really good question, Kelly. Thank you for bringing this up. You probably just need to type in the city one more time. So when you do switch to referral patterns, for whatever reason, the city gets cleared out, try retyping in the city there in the top left, and you should see it show up again. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Same goes, I've seen that a couple of times in Facebook and across the board. So if you're seeing the error, just make sure the city's in there. Should be good to go.
Out of curiosity, is there a volume at which the referral patterns will show a referral? This seems obviously very low just for a couple of states coming into Dallas or Austin. You'd think it would be like massive list of, based on our market, it would be a massive list of every state in the country. So how does it end up on this list? Is it just stuff that came through command referrals? Or do they pull data from somewhere else? Is it?
Yes, it's pulling from Connect referrals and command referrals. You know how those two are tied. So it's pulling from there. It's only KW and it's the last 12 months.
Okay, got it.
I'll narrow it down a little bit. Yeah.
Perfect.
Double check that too.
No, I think Talia, you're right on that part.
We'll use it, the better and more data we will have, and the smarter this tool will become.
How new is the command referral?
It's honestly still our oldest applet in command.
Really?
It's been.
Well, how old is that? I'm from October of last year, so I'm really
It's
new.
probably two and a half years old, I'd say. Referrals.
Notice some agents established are not using it at all. Like I'll send them a referral and it expires, and then I'll have to call them, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, just send me the information." And I'm like, "I did, like with all my customers' information in command," and they're like, "Oh yeah, I don't ever log into that thing."
Yeah,
Oh, okay, cool.
and it should be connecting to the Connect version of referrals as well, because we know that there's still a lot of agents who are using that aspect as well. So if you send a referral from command, you should still be able to accept it in Connect and vice versa. Those two are syncing back and forth.
All right, cool.
Good.
Perfect.
All
All right.
Alex, do you mind switching screens with me?
Just kind of off there.
Perfect. Okay. So next we are going to talk about your next steps after you have added in your referral partners. Because what we're going to talk about next is you've added in all these wonderful people at Family Reunion. Your next steps are to actually stay in relationship with these people and follow up with them. Make sure that your referral partners not only know who you are, they also know the areas that you service. They know your value proposition, so that when they have someone who is looking for a property in your area or is looking to buy or sell in your area, they think of you. So what I'm going to walk y'all through next is actually going to be adding in a command contact for your referral partners that you've added in here. It's pretty straightforward to do. We're going to do a simple copy and paste individually. So I'm actually going to just open up my command contacts in a new tab. And the reason we're adding in your referral partners as contacts in command is so that we can leverage smart plans to automatically stay in touch with your referral partners and automatically send you tasks and reminders to connect with your referral partners. So command contacts is absolutely for your database. It's for your people who are your clients in your area, but you can also use it to stay in relationship with the agents in your area and the agents that you meet at Family Reunion or other events. When you're looking at your referral network here, when I open up any one of these referral connections, you'll notice here's Alex's. I'm going to automatically get their phone number and their email address. So I already have Alex's main piece of contact information. And this is just what I'm going to copy and paste on into my command contacts. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit add contact in the top right. And as I'm doing this, I want you all to pick one of your new referral partners or one of your old ones, as long as they aren't a contact yet, and walk through this with me. So pick one of those 3 people that you added in, and we're simply going to add in a contact for Alex. So we'll do Alex Sabu, and then I'm going to find his email here and just copy and paste this. And his phone number. And this is pulling directly from his profile, which is why it's also essential that you make sure your profile is up to date, so that when agents are looking at your referral profile here, they have the correct information. And there's his phone number. And Alex, I'm actually going to put in a 2021 just because I know I have you in my contacts. And you can add in additional information. So if you wanted to, you could add in a note, or you could add in the about field, the agent stats, or any other notes that you had in here. So if I wanted to, I could add in this about section under the description. I could say service area, for example, is Austin. Anything else you might know about your referral partner here. But what I want y'all to be intentional about and create a game plan around is the tag that you are going to use for your referral partners. And there are a couple of system tags that you could take advantage of within command contacts already, like KW agent or allied resource, or you could create a custom tag just for your referral partners. You can do either one, but today is your day to pick that tag. I actually already have one. I think mine is KW agent referral. So I have a custom tag that I like to use. That's just KW agent referral because that's specific, that's meaningful to me. Now I can group and segment my database by this particular tag. You could also change this tag just to be agent referral partner if you're adding non-KW agents. So pick a tag, add in that tag, and then we're just going to go ahead and create that contact record. When this contact record is created, in order for you to remember that you've added this person to your database, what I recommend is coming in here and adding in a tag to Alex's referral card in your referral network saying added to command. So you could add in a tag, you can add in a note, but this way you know that you have already added this person to your command database and they're already going to be set up on a smart plan. You're going to be reaching out to them, etc. We get asked every once in a while saying, hey, Talia, I have about 500 people in my referral network. Are you expecting that I do this with all 500 people individually? My answer to you would actually be yes. Yes, I am. Because with each person that you add to your command contacts, use that as an opportunity to reach out to this person and reestablish your relationship with that person. There is no rush to adding these people to your command contacts. It can only benefit you because then after you've added them, you can add them to a smart plan and reach out to them to develop that relationship. So you could do 10 a day if you wanted, you could do 10 a week. But utilizing this tagging option up here will just help you keep track of who you've already added to that database. All right, so take a minute, go ahead and add in your contact. And I'll stop sharing our poll results. And I'm going to go ahead and launch a poll. This poll is just for you to let me know if you have completed adding in a contact or if you'd like for me to go over this one more time. So just let me know when you have added in one of your new contacts that you already added to your referral network.
Talia, I got a question from the chat. Like, is there a way we can format our bio, like adding spaces between lines or adding a tab? I wasn't sure about that, so I don't know if you can show that, if that's possible in the Connect profile.
That's a really good question. I might have to follow up with y'all.
Yeah.
Our email. There isn't anything off the top of my head where you can create like line breaks, but I'd have to just triple check that HTML doesn't do the trick in there.
All right.
So
I'll make a note of that question.
Note of that. And when I send my follow-up email to y'all, I'll let y'all know. All right, so we've got about 5 people so far who have this completed. Perfect. Next, we're going to talk about setting up your smart plan. Setting up your smart plan is going to be your third step before family reunion. It's going to be the third thing we ask from you to complete before you go into family reunion. So first one, your profile. Second one, identify those areas you want to grow. And then your third step, which we're going to go over next, how are you going to stay in relationship with these agents once you have them added? All right, we've got about 10 people, so I'm going to go ahead and dive on in to smart plans. Okay, so this is another thing I want y'all to follow along with me. If you are not familiar with smart plans is our way to automate your touches and communications and reminders with your contacts. All of these smart plans here are going to be about growing, building, and maintaining your relationships with your command contacts, either by creating a task to yourself to follow up with someone, sending out an automatic text message, an automatic email, or adding them to even a different smart plan that you have listed. What we're going to go to first is actually this library over here. This smart plan library not only has the 10 Keller Williams smart plans that KWI has created, it also has over 2,000 smart plans that everyone else at KW has created. And just in general, if you're ever curious of what is a good game plan for reaching out to an open house lead, or what is a good plan of action for a new Facebook lead, this is going to be a really, really great spot for you to come for that type of inspiration, because you can see all of the different smart plans or campaigns or drip campaigns that other agents have created. You can view the steps within each of these smart plans, and this should just give you a really good idea of a starting place for whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. But what I want you all to do today is to actually navigate to this author name. We're going to search by author name today. That is just Learn Command. And I'm going to have y'all download this smart plan here, this agent to agent referral introduction smart plan. It's pretty simple on purpose. You can change whatever is in the smart plan once you've downloaded it, or you can use this smart plan from the get-go. But for right now, go ahead and just add this smart plan to your My Smart Plans library. You will notice that it will ask for you to download the quarterly call plan along with the My Agent to Agent Referral Introduction plan. That's because we have included this quarterly call plan within your referral smart plan as well. So there's a linked referral plan in here. So I'll just hit download. And then the plan should be available right at the top over here for you to come on in and edit. So once you've downloaded it, your next step is to edit this smart plan. And as a reminder, the goal of this smart plan is to not only reach out to your new referral partner, introduce that person to who you are, your service areas, your value proposition, but also make sure that you stay in regular and consistent relationship with this person over a long period of time so that you are top of mind with them when they are looking for someone to buy or sell in your area. When we're looking at this smart plan here, I'll just walk y'all through what we have already set up. The first step in here is an email. You'll notice this email does utilize merge fields in here. So it'll say, hello, contact first name. This is actually going to be the agent first name that you put into your command contacts. Then we've got a thank you for accepting my referral invitation request. This is where you would want to put in a little bio about yourself and your value proposition. So you would want to customize this to include your phone number, your name, your website if you choose. You could also change this out with a task to send an email if you didn't want to send an automatic one, or you could create a custom email using the designs templates here to send out a more kind of pre-formatted email as well. So the agent is going to get one email first. So say you added someone to your command contacts, and then you added this smart plan right away. Right away, they're going to get this email. 2 weeks later, 14 days later, you are going to receive a task to call this agent again to follow up with them. So they're going to get an email 2 weeks after family reunion. Now they're going to get a call from you just to check in and build that relationship with that referral partner. So this is going to show up as a task to you. You can see we've included a couple of details about what the task is, just so that you remember when you see this task, this isn't just about my client database, this is about my referral partners. And then we have a 30-day delay. That means there's going to be a month break, and then they're added to your quarterly call plan. This quarterly call plan is simply a task every 90 days to check in with this person. So this one is 1, 2, and then 3 touch points just with this referral partner. You can add in additional touches if you choose, simply by adding in a different action step over here. You can remove steps in here just by hitting this delete option, and you can move around these as you see fit. So you're welcome to edit this to your liking. Make sure to personalize it, customize it, make sure it works for you and your team. But this is going to be how you're going to develop your game plan going into family reunion of how you are actually going to follow up with all of these agents that you connect with. So have this set up before family reunion so you can be super intentional about who you're adding and how you're adding them. Now, the next part you're going to set up after you've got this smart plan good to go is the trigger event. So remember how I told y'all to be intentional about picking a tag when you're adding in your command contact for your referral partner. This is why, because you're going to actually want to add in a trigger event for this smart plan based on that tag, so that all you have to do when you're adding in your referral contact is add in that referral tag, and then this smart plan will automatically start. You won't need to go into smart plans at all. You won't need to do any sort of bulk actions. All you'll have to do is simply add the contact with the tag, and then they'll get added to this smart plan. So this is where you would want to select that tag that you chose. This is where I would select my tag, my KW agent referral. And then this would work for any future contacts where I add this tag or add a contact with this tag. So if I were to add in Jeremy to my database, after I have this trigger already set up, Jeremy would automatically get added to the smart plan. As soon as I add him to my database, he's going to get started on the smart plan and get that initial email. And then 2 weeks later, I'm going to get that task to call him.
I'm going to be really disappointed, Talia, if I don't get an email from you. I'm just going to go on there. I'm even going to put my email address in there just so you can add me. You know how to find me because you just showed how to do that.
I have myself set up on a lot of smart plans, and I received a smart plan email the other day that said, "Hi, Talia, I saw you were looking at my Facebook ad the other day. I'm wondering if you're curious about open house leads again." And at first I was taken aback because I forgot that I had added myself to a smart plan and I thought it was legitimate, and then realized that I've been testing it on myself this whole time. But that's something I recommend. Test this smart plan on yourself no matter what. If you wanted to test this smart plan really quickly, I'd recommend just reducing that delay here to a day. That'll run you through this smart plan in a week instead of in 45 days. So if you wanted to test this on yourself, I'd first edit it just so that it's in that day. Put yourself on the smart plan. When you're sure that it all looks good to go, remove yourself from that smart plan just so that you can edit it, because you can only edit a smart plan when there isn't anyone on it. And then save it, then start adding people to the smart plan. Alrighty, so I am now going to put in my final poll for y'all. Please make sure if you have any questions for me on this process, now is your time to ask them. But this is your third plan of action. This is what I want y'all to do between now and family reunion, is really develop this plan so that it's really easy going to family reunion. All you have to do is add that person to your network, add them as a command contact, and then start the relationship.
Perfect.
And Lori, as far as the smart plan goes, can add the smart plan. I think I was in the team version when I added the plan. Now I can't find it. That is a really good point as far as making sure you're in the right account if you are on a team for when you do add the smart plan to your library. So Lori,
if you click it, if you click down in the top, you can get to yours, because I've got a team and I can switch back and forth in smart plans between myself and my team.
Exactly, exactly. So you'll just, or I check and see if it's in your personal account or if it's in the team account. You should be able to just toggle back and forth in the top right over here.
We have a question for, can you add a smart plan for a task on a specific date in the year? Unfortunately not. We've heard that quite a bit. Can we do a date specific?
Well, task? you can actually,
would it be
choose that date when you add that contact. But how you do that is when you're going in to add someone, Let's say we're adding in all these people here. Yeah, add to smart plan. This would be your option to start all of them on this date here. This is where you would choose that specific date in the year. It would start all of the people that you just selected there on this specific date, which is just something you'd want to keep in mind moving forward, especially if you make this date really far in the future, that all these people will get added to this plan on that date.
I never thought about using it that way, Talia.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to share something Jeremy put on the chat. You know, one of his coaches in the office used to do like nothing is sweeter than a referral partner cards during Valentine's Day. I was like, that is actually brilliant. Jeremy, thanks for sharing that. I mean, take that as an inspiration, guys. I don't know. That was like brilliant. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I love that. And that's a really great point, especially because family reunion is right after Valentine's Day.
Mhm.
You could always start off that email some funny joke around Valentine's Day, or if you wanted to start it a little bit later. Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
That is funny.
Okay, we got.
I had a quick question. I've bugged Alex about this before.
Oh, no.
So sorry. I'm having a little bit of an issue because I came from Sotheby's and had sales in the Aspen Valley. Now I'm opening the Aspen luxury office, but I don't have sales with KW. So I'm having a hard time getting it to show up that I service that area, even though I've put it in as my service areas. When someone's searching in the referral network, would they have to see the market center and then go from there? Is that how they would find it, or what does that look like?
Yeah, how they would find you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's type in your name. We'll see what pops up. I'm almost 100% it's your market center.
Because my market center is almost 200 miles from Aspen. So that's the hard part. Is I'm in the middle in the Glenwood office, but I'm like halfway between each.
Yeah, that's a good point. You would show up under the, so if someone was looking for under that production map, so if they were not necessarily just looking up your name, and when you send your name to other people saying, add me in my referrals, you may want to put in that note saying it'll show up under Grand Junction, but this is the area I actually service. And it should show up on your profile as well if they were to click into your name. But the good news is that under that production map, you will show up for your correct area almost because your production will be where the listings were, not necessarily where your market center is.
Right, yeah, but since I just joined, I just have a little bit of a gap. So I just wanted to check on that. But I'll make sure to note that when I'm sending stuff out at family reunion.
Yeah, unfortunately, there isn't a way to change the city and state here from a different city and state other than the market center. But if that ever does come out, I'm sure Alex will let you know.
Yeah.
That's good. Thanks.
Do you have any other questions for me on either adding referrals, creating your smart plan, going into family reunion? No? Okay, I will go over my poll then for y'all. So let's share our results. So the question here was, will adding a tag to a smart plan trigger add all of the contacts that already have that tag to the smart plan automatically? And I know that was a really long worded question. It looks like we're about 50-50. So this is a really good point that I want to make sure you're all really clear on. The answer is no. Only future contacts where the tag is added are going to be impacted by the tag trigger you set up. So that means that because I added in Alex's contact card before I had this tag trigger set up, as soon as I save this smart plan, Alex's contact does not get added. So I would still want to go in and add this smart plan to Alex's contact. However, if I were to go in and add Jeremy next, after I've saved this smart plan, he would get automatically added to this smart plan because I've got that tag trigger set up already. So it doesn't work retroactively. What I recommend is just manually adding in your contacts either by searching for the tags here or by going to contacts directly and filtering by your referral tag just to find all those people that you want to add in at one time. Do y'all have any questions on that answer there? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing my screen. We've got about 5 minutes. I wanna make sure that we get all of your questions answered in the next 5 minutes. If you all have any for us, just as a reminder, you will get the recording for this session later this afternoon. And your next steps are to, 1, complete your profile. Make sure that it lists any, especially if you just joined KW, you're recently back, it has your actual production numbers in that bio, that has your actual service areas in that bio, so that when people are looking on that map view and clicking into your name, they see the correct profile. So your profile is number 1. Choose where you want to grow your network so that you can be intentional going into family reunion and really have a goal in mind. You can do that either by looking at referral patterns, at looking at where your network is right now, or by looking at the production map if you choose. And then your final step is to set up your game plan for reaching out to your new referral partners and staying in relationship with those people. Setting up a smart plan, either if you're on a team in your team smart plans library, or in your personal account if you are not on a team, so that you can stay in relationship with those people, preferably with a tag trigger, just to make your life a little bit easier. Alex, do you have anything to add?
No, not really. I think we covered all the parts for the tag triggers and the homework, guys. The more you're in the system, the better you get in leveraging the system. And, I mean, Jeremy's quote was perfect. So I think there's nothing more I can say on that. But yeah, again, if you guys have questions in regards to command trainings, our enablement team is always at your service. learncommand@kw.com is our email. I'm going to put that in the chat. Just want to add that a little bit over there, Talia. I know we have a question in the chat about the Kelly app, and I need to take it offline.
Lori, can you send me an email on that one? I'll follow up with you about that.
Perfect. So that's it from my end. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time and the hour with us. Hopefully you all have a great family reunion. If you do know agents that would love this session, send them over. It's a free session. Like, why would you not do it? And you guys get, Talia or myself or even the other better members of our team, even in some of those sessions as well. So thank you all so much.
Awesome. Thanks,
For
guys.
the next few minutes, just for any questions that y'all have. Thank you all. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Erica.
No
It was nice seeing you.
Nice to see you. Thank you for helping us with the Kelly thing. 'Cause
Yeah,
I didn't
absolutely.
I didn't realize she was getting all my messages.
Yeah, it's a bit bizarre. I'll probably just, if you can send me as much information about what specific Kelly notification she's getting, that would be great. If it's about opportunities, that may explain why, just because she's the owner for all of those opportunities. But if it's more notifications around like referrals or new leads, that's a little bit different. So if y'all could just let me know which specific Kelly notification she's getting, that would be helpful.
Yeah,
It might also have to be, maybe she might have logged into yours and Kelly too, maybe. It could be by accident too. I don't know if she's working out of your account or not, so it might have to do with that too, maybe. But just another thought that came to my mind.
We'll follow up.
Yeah.
all right, bye.
Thanks,
Perfect.
Erica. Bye.
Yep.
All right. Jill, do you have any remaining questions for us? Okay. We will let you go. Thank y'all so much.